At times I feel I've lost my mind, 'cause I don't fit in anywhere at all. And I've been searching for some time, but I still don't know where I belong. But when I wake up, I wanna feel I'm on top of the world, like I'm a king. And when I wake up, I wanna feel like I'm living my dreams. Yeah.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. That is what feels good. It feels good on days like today when you have strong hands. You know what I mean? You know who woke me up? A call from my sister. You know what it was about? No Limitcoin. See, I gave everyone in my family's No Limitcoin millionaires. Everybody. I made sure of it. So when No Limitcoin goes up, when I put in work, when we cross another threshold, it's not just me. I'm helping my family. I'm putting it on the table for my family. And that runs deep for me. So when I see all these little fucking haters, all these people who may not see the vision, all these people who want to try to say scam or whatever the fuck, try to throw all their, I could take all their slings, all their arrows, because I got something greater pushing me. Like, I don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks. I ain't doing this for a bitch ass anybody but me and my family. And all the people who believed, and just life-changing moment after life-changing moment. I just worked out another deal for an upcoming event that's just absolutely life-changing for me. The deal I was able to work out, and they just keep coming on and coming on. And that's the thing. That's what happens when you don't get content. That's what happens when you don't count your chips. That's what happens when you don't slow down to Google your name. That's what happens when you don't slow down to look around where you are. I don't know where I am. I'm lost. I'm somewhere. I'm out there. I'm getting it. I'm not concerned with where I am right now. So basically, just monumental breakthrough after monumental breakthrough. The market cap's already at 117. We're about to go to the stratosphere, like I've been preaching, like I've been saying. I'm still not selling anything. I'm still not selling anything at all. No, not selling No Limitcoin. I didn't sell bitch ass coin when No Limitcoin broke its all-time high. Why? Because I knew I like making money. I always take the maximum approach. I always say, why would I sell it for this when I think it's worth this? It doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't, right? If you have an asset, especially No Limitcoin, which gets you stake every day, you get paid every day for staking it. The more you have, the more you can stake. I mean, my sister is a little, they're not the richest people in the world, but she's actually, instead of selling, she's actually putting a little bit of their paycheck into No Limitcoin every month, because they know they like the 4% compounding interest. They understand you can't just go out and get that somewhere. There's very few coins out there that offer fucking residual income. It's very hard to find anything like that. I mean, you'd have to go out and get something like Dash, but even then, that's way too expensive for most people. And then you have to go on one of the lower rungs. And, that's why some of these masternode coins, even if they really didn't have much going for them, people are buying them up because they just like the idea of free coin. Yeah, here you got the ultimate entertainment coin that you can stake and get money, and people are just overlooking it. And that's what happens. People just tend to overlook things. It's just what happens. I mean, every one of my videos, I have people saying, "Oh, my only regret's not buying more," or "My only regret's not listening to, not doing what you did when I saw you do it." And that's been happening. That's the thing, man. Like, that's been happening since what? Remember, this was a boom when it went from what, nothing, like fucking 20 to 900, right? Everyone was like, "Oh, blah, blah, blah." And then it started to go down during that dip, and then what happened? Like, it takes some really strong hands to not let go during these things. And guess what? You could ration file. If you got it for 25 and he sold it for 900, you could ration it. You can be like, "Hey, man, I fucking, I made, 70 times my money or some shit." Like, you can make it sound sweet. But look at how small this little bump is right here compared to where you would be right now. That's the difference. And you got to keep in mind, That was worth 800 Satoshi when Bitcoin wasn't worth as much as Bitcoin's worth right now. No Limitcoin is one of the few coins that's keeping up and overpacing Bitcoin. Overpacing Bitcoin. Very few coins right now have broken their all-time high in Bitcoin price. Check that shit out. Like, this is what's happening right now is fucking impressive. This shit's like very, very impressive what's happening. With all the other coins aren't doing this. There's no other coins really doing it. Yeah, SafeX. Holla at your boy. I said get that one too. But I'm just saying, like, nothing has been doing what No Limitcoin does. Normally, when you double in price like this, you see a comeback. You're not. And why is that? What was I explaining in my videos? I was saying the reason is because some cryptocurrencies are outside of the realm of Bitcoin. It's very rare, but some are actually outside the realm of Bitcoin. What does that mean? That means they don't get affected by Bitcoin as much. They don't. This is a fantasy sports game that's about to be in places where fantasy sports has never been. It has really, yeah, it's a cryptocurrency, but it's also a fantasy sports currency. And we haven't, like, there really isn't a big poker currency. There really isn't a big sporting bet sport. All of this shit's really new. There hasn't been anybody to really step up and really show what those kind of coins can do. And that's what you're getting right here with No Limitcoin. You're starting to see that when you actually have this is the only fantasy sports coin, right? Like, there might be another one out there. If there is, I don't fucking really know about it, or they're not doing shit. They're not launching soccer, that's for sure. And there's no one else, there's nothing else like this. So, I mean, it's just doing exactly like I said it was going to do, just as foreseen. Another exciting thing is VibeHub. I'm going to be getting, I'm actually ordered some Oculus. I live in Mexico, so it takes a little bit, but I will be doing the Oculus thing for sure. Getting on here. I'm waiting for the a video of the beta. You can sign up for the beta right now, so that's really cool. And I've already got some sneak peeks and very, very cool stuff, but I want to experience it like it's supposed to be experienced. So basically, yeah, holler at VibeHub. They have started. You got 14 days, and that's when this pre-ICO sells out or will stop, and it'll go to another round. At least you lose the bonus that you would get right now. And yeah, you're gonna have some time. It runs from the 7th all the way to the 12th. So it's about a month. And basically, VR is supposed to take off. Everyone's saying 2020. I think it's already begun. The VR Rift has already begun. So you're definitely gonna wanna. I'm invested in anything VR, and this is like the most hip, badass VR platform that I've seen come out right now. You got voxels, but that's not, that's building. I'm invested in Vox too, so whatever. Like, that's building things in 3D. This is more of like it's so cool. I kind of envision like Facebook meets like the Sims type of shit in virtual reality. Like, you get to build your own shit, but instead of like looking at the Sims from an outside point of view, you're like looking as the Sims. Like it's like your life. Some Avatar shit, man. It's very, very cool. I just can't bet against virtual reality right now. There's just no way in hell. Why would I do that? I think it's like by far the next big thing. So let me get a little bit down on the cryptos. Let me talk. That's why Bitcoin Cash is coming up. It's going to. Bitcoin Cash is basically the Litecoin and Dash killer, in my opinion. Like, it just shits all over Litecoin and Dash. That's why Dash and Litecoin aren't doing a bitch ass thing, because fucking Bitcoin. Look at Bitcoin Cash. It's up 30%. Look at Litecoin. It's down. The market's up. The entire market's up 117. Yet Dash and Litecoin are down. Like, that's why I don't invest in shit like that. Like, it's just too easy for them to get bitch slapped to the side. Like, it's just not. I don't know. It's not going to be easy for Ethereum to get bitch slapped to the side. Sorry, EOS. It's going to be a fucking battle. Who do I think is going to win at the end? I wouldn't bet against Dan. However, I think it's going to be kind of like a Rocky Apollo thing. Rocky's going to, I guess you could call, who would be Rocky and who would be Apollo in Ethereum and EOS? I guess Ethereum have to be Rocky, right? But I don't know, who am I voting? Who am I going for? Am I going for the dude named Dan? Or am I going for Victor? That Victor guy reminds me of like Stephen Hawking, dude. Dude's a fucking genius. I've watched every one of his interviews, basically. I just like listening to him talk. about blockchain. It's kind of like I love football so much, right? And when I was growing up, I would just listen to Madden talk. Like, I'd be a little kid just listening to Madden talk about football. You know, it didn't even have to be about the Cowboys. I just listened to him talk. And that's how I get that feel from Victor. I feel like he's like the Madden of blockchain. He really is. He is the Madden of blockchain. And I just don't see, and he's already meeting presidents and shit. I just don't see him being overtaken that easily. I think that there's something about Dan. I love Dan. Don't get me wrong. I love Dan now. I just think that he's got slightly bad rap because of the whole, you know, I create a platform and then I move on type mentality. Hey, do you, Dan? Don't listen to the motherfucking haters. Do you? But there's a lot of people out there that looked at that as maybe he's just an abandoner. And they're thinking like he might just make something and get in, get out. So basically, man, this price of No Limitcoin, the buy orders, they're just piling up. We're going to the moon, boys. It's not even surprising. I'm just happy that people are finally seeing what I saw. And they're not going to miss out on a future dollar plus coin. And people keep on saying, like, I don't know, I say it. And then people are like, I don't know, man. And then it just keeps happening, right? You just keep waking up and the price just keeps being higher, right? Like, I mean, eventually you got to believe a motherfucker, right? Or you're just, what, ignorant? Or what do they call it? Insane? Something? Like you keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, and it doesn't happen. You know, you keep on waking up expecting me to be wrong, and I'm not with the No Limit coin and a lot of other coins. So, yeah, just shout out to the people who are seeing it. We haven't even begun. But talking about EOS and Ethereum, it's tough, right? Like, who would be Rocky? I guess I would have to say, I mean, EOS would have to be Rocky. Dan would have to be Rocky. It just would make sense, right? Because Ethereum was the first one. Apollo was the first one. So I think that's what's going to happen. I think right now Ethereum's going to get the best of EOS, but at the end, EOS is going to crack out a win. But there's not going to be a win. They're both going to be used. And that's another thing. Like, I really love Neo. Don't get me wrong. I bought some at $8, so that was cool. I bought a bunch of $5, bought a bunch of $8. I'm holding on to Neo no matter what. It doesn't really fucking matter. However, I am not going to be selling EOS because I think that the Chinese really like EOS. And I think that if anybody could really be affected, I know that Neo allows you to code in all languages, right? But that's what EOS is also trying to do. EOS is trying to make it really easy. The point of entering the blockchain much easier. That's what EOS is meant to be. So that's kind of Neo's thing, right? Is it not? Like, that's the thing Neo has over Ethereum. If you want to learn Ethereum, you got to learn Ethereum. It's like learning a whole alien language, right? It's very hard. However, if you know JavaScript, you can get into Neo, and JavaScript's the biggest thing in the world. Shout out the Basic Attention Token. The creator of Java created Basic Attention Token. So if you're betting against fucking Java, then you might need to go get a Java because you about to be broke. And everything's just up. Not everything, but, you know, lots of things. So right now, actually, you can see a lot of, like, it's just these random coins that are starting to find wings. That's so funny. I swear I did not see wings when I said that, but that was cool. That's been happening to me a lot lately. It's kind of like I've been walking on clouds. Like, I'll just say something like that just happened. I just said wings and wings apart. Like, little things like that have been happening left and right. I knew SafeX was going to have a pullback because the one thing I love SafeX, like I said, and I'm never selling it, but I already know, like, the one big thing is the circulating supply. There's people out there with a lot of tokens, so there's just a lot of weak hands out there. That's all it is. That's why I love No Limit Coin. Like, we got through the weakest of the hands. Like, me and the squad, everybody just bought up all the things. Like, go look at the supply. There's not much out there. Go look, like, Yobit, there's a lot, but go look at the other exchanges and wait till we get on Bittrex. Like, the supply is going to be stretched so thin, and that's when you're going to see $1 No Limit coin, and it's just going to become natural because, you know, hey, I'm not going to lie. Raphael, he could have made a little bit more coins. Like, I don't disagree because I'm a fucking investor, but I'm just saying, like, the coin, there's not enough of them, and there is, but there's not enough per se to make it, like, You know, you're gonna have pretty soon having 100 no limit coins you're gonna be a baller. Like, you're gonna have a lot of buy-ins. That's what I envision. Like, you know, not like a baller, but that's gonna be like the standard, you know, little bankroll for someone who's playing. Like, you're gonna need at least 100. Like, you know, when you're playing Poker Stars, you need probably about $1,000 to play some poker. If you want to not do it even professionally, but just like to have like a semi bankroll where you can play some fun games. We're going to say that with No Limit Coin, you're probably going to need about 100 to 200 coins to have like a good bankroll. And I see that next year. I really do, when people understand that. I know I'm talking a lot about No Limit Coin, but it's just like, man, like it's my biggest investment I've ever made when it comes to the amount of coins I have. And I'm just seeing it come to fruition. So, oh yeah, I wanted to talk, this is what I want to talk about. Basically, right now, what's going on is USA and Russia have just, basically, the one thing Trump had going for him was that he had Russia on his back. Like, he had Russia with his back. Like, that was really huge. It's the first time, basically, in ever, that's ever happened for the US. And then what happened was he got forced to pass some sanctions on Russia. And he didn't want to sign them. And that made him look really bad because he had to. Now he's going to exile or seclusion or some shit for, like, I don't know. Everything's really crazy right now in the U.S. Russia has said, fuck that. I don't care. This is a trade war. And guess what they're doing that the U.S. is not? They are creating a master chain blockchain technology to combat its economic warfare. They're saying, you want to pass sanctions on us? Well, fuck you. We'll have cryptocurrencies, and you can't pass sanctions on cryptocurrencies. And China's doing the same thing. This is the shift, guys. This is a big, big thing happening that you don't understand. If you're in the United States, you should really be fucking paying attention to this. I mean, that's the crazy thing happened. Like, you know, you don't understand the concept of war until a bomb gets dropped near your ass. And that just happens like that. You know, people don't expect it. You know, Pearl Harbor, people didn't expect it. It just fucking, people started getting shot up, and they sure as hell didn't expect it in Japan what happened. So you just have to understand the magnitude of the situation. Russia has the most elite, sophisticated public war bunkers where people can go and hide their nuclear warfare. They have way more land mass with way less people, so they have more land to stretch out. The United States has not done a bitch ass thing to protect their people. There is no war bunkers. There is no nothing. Where the fuck do you go in nuclear warfare? Russia and China have underground. They've been building this shit. Like, you don't understand. The world's a fucking scary and cruel place. No one gives a fuck. These are fucking bears and hyenas and tigers and lions all trying to get the most of the world. They want to be the one. They want to have the United States have. They want to be the best. They want to have all the resources. They don't give a fuck about the United States. And we are hated now. We've been hated, the United States. I don't live in the United States, but, you know, I was born there. But basically, it's like, you know, we're not getting too many favors. It's kind of like you rose all the way to the top, but everybody hates you. And then the moment you start to slide down, you start to see the fucking knives come out left and right, left and right. And people who you thought your allies jump ship real quick. It doesn't take much. And that's going to be a global thing. And that's what's going to catapult this market cap into the stratosphere. It's going to go crazy because all the fiat is going to dump into the cryptocurrencies because everyone's going to hear of what Russia's doing and China and all these cryptocurrencies, and Bitcoin keeps going up and the dollar keeps going down, and there's going to be the worst market crash you've ever seen after October. By next year, the market is it's targeted around October. It's going to tank big time. And that's when you're going to see people jumping ship into crypto. And that's when you're going to see by end of January next year, something like that, you're going to have around 150 billion market cap. And Bitcoin's going to be like 5 Gs, if not more. Everyone wants to make these predictions, whatever. I don't want to put numbers out there like that. Those are just rough estimates. I'm just saying we're going to have just like when I say how much money I make or whatever, a fuck ton. That's what we're going to have. We're going to have a fuck ton more market cap. We're going to have a fuck ton higher Bitcoin. And that is what's happening because of the world events. Like, this is really happening right now. Really pay attention. God, you are so lucky to fucking be in cryptocurrencies right now. If you know, like I am, I count my lucky stars that it's all awareness, man. Like, you know, the smartest guy in the world could not be in cryptocurrencies just due to awareness. Just sometimes you don't know about something until it fucking hits you right in the back of the head. And that's the thing. There's a lot of people who just don't, you know, not even 1% of the population really knows what cryptocurrencies is. I asked my girlfriend if anyone knows what cryptocurrencies are, and they don't. Like, it's, you would be shocked at how ignorant most people are. 99% of the people are when it comes to cryptocurrencies. And so you understand 1% actually knows what it is. Less than that actually know like the purpose and the function. Like, people think of these coins, and I fucking hate that. Like, I don't know how everything became a coin. That's not what it's fucking called. That shouldn't be what it's called. They're not coins. Like, these are just like applications. We call them coins because that's what humans think of when they think of like value. Damn, fucking Vertasium. Wow. Fallen big time. All good. But basically during this time, wow, Populous just shot up to $5. Basic attention tokens getting back up there. And during this time, you're gonna have I cannot stress enough the major shift in the cryptocurrencies that we're about to see. And yeah, I hate saying cryptocurrencies because a lot of these aren't. They're just value. It's just value. Whatever you need. These are the new applications decentralized. The world used to be centralized, and now it's moving to decentralized. And it's amazing because it's like a hot knife to butter. No one can stop it. No one can stop it. No governments can stop this. It's uncontrollable. You can't really censor the internet because then it fucks with the economy if you make the internet too censored. Like, you know, even in the most the highest censored places, people still get around it. It's just, and the beautiful thing about it is technology. Guess who's way more advanced? The people are. The hackers are. The best hackers are not with the government. You better fucking believe the best hackers are not with the government. It's just how it is. The hackers by general are very smart people, and they don't like to be controlled. They don't want to be told what to do. And the smartest and brightest internet minds are making blockchain. Think of Victor. Think of Dan. Think of all of these big time blockchain people. These are very, very, very genius people. There's so many of them. It just keeps on going down the line. And this is the time. You know, there's a lot. There was a new breed of millionaires after that, you know, of super wealthy people after the first stock boom. You know, think of Gary Vee when he got into Facebook and Twitter and all that, when he was talking to the CEOs of Twitter. You know, this is the same thing. You know, talking to the CEOs of these coins. We're going to look at it 5 years from now as, you know, looking at it like talking to these really big name people. Like, wow, you got to talk to Mark Zuckerberg. Wow, you did an interview with him. Oh, you did an interview with Bill Gates. Like, that's what's happening right now. All of these new people, all the new superstars are happening right now. All the other superstars are kind of outdated. Their technology just isn't good enough. Nobody really wants to be on Facebook. People are kind of forced to be on Facebook. Nobody wants to give up their privacy. People are just forced to give up their privacy. As soon as you give people an option, I don't give a fuck when anybody says privacy is much more important than people give aspect to it. People really care about their privacy. And you give them an outlet where they can go and do things where their privacy isn't being stolen from them. That's all this is. It's being stolen from them. You can't just put up a monopoly and say, well, if you want to use my site, Google, cough, any search engine worth a fuck, cough, you're going to have to just give up all your rights. It's like, dude, I'd rather pay you like $10 a month to let me use your fucking site so you don't steal my info. But then what? Guess what? You'd steal my info anyway if I paid you. Like, you're just going to steal my info regardless. It doesn't matter. I have no say over it. And that's changing. Now it's like, hey, guess what? I have the choice now. And everyone's gonna pick the get the fuck out of my life route. Because pretty soon people are wising up. They're not keeping their cameras plugged in so the governments can spy on you. I don't give a fuck if you don't think that shit's real. It's very real. Government, they have all of this info stored. If you've ever been in any kind of crime or any kind of suspicion thing, they already have all your fucking info. They can go to Google and get all the info they need, right? And it's there trapped in the cloud forever. And guess what? They'll just have it. They may not use it for you right now, but guess what? That you might have one little thing, you know, one little fuck up in your whole pile of information, and they'll take that out and use it against you anytime they want. That's the power they have. And plus, they can put you in bad situations. They can paint shit like, no, like, it's just fucked. Like, it's really scary to watch mainstream news and people getting outed because you don't even know if it's real what's happening. You know, people could be like, oh, this guy's a traitor to humanity, and he might be like doing a good thing, like the whistleblower. What's his face? What was the? I don't know his name. What was his? How do I not know that? Edward Snowden. Like, you know, some people think he's a bad guy. Some people think he's a good guy. I, for one, think he's a great guy because he fucking told everybody, hey, the government's watching everything you're doing. And the government didn't like that. So, of course, they're going to paint him to be a traitor. And people who don't do their research will just be like, oh, he's a traitor, and throw fucking rotten tomatoes at the guy and pillage him, right? Like, I really have a problem with people who don't use their brains to just blindly mass follow and do hateful things in the name of a crowd. That's when I wish I was like Super Saiyan or a fucking superhero where I could just go, and go fucking crazy and watch people just fly away from my power. Oh, so we covered VibeHub. We have covered the USA impending doom and crash to the stock market and the dollar. We have covered what I'm doing, which is not selling a bitch ass thing. We have covered No Limitcoin, of course. What else is there? I mean, my bet is doing strong. Can't wait to see that come out. And yeah, cheers. Peace.